Hi, I'm Jared.
Hi, I'm David.
And this week on Hood Slappers, we're going to be reviewing the 2023 Honda Ridgeline.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
Hello viewers, you're joining me today on what is to be our 5th vehicle review on a pickup truck. And in all these reviews, I noticed two very important things. When talking in and around a pickup, it's very important to rest your arms on the ledge like this. And secondly, in pickup trucks in their purest form, many people wouldn't consider the Honda Ridgeline an actual pickup truck. But why? What makes Honda Ridgeline so different? First, I think it's important to define what exactly a pickup truck is. And to help me with that is this week's special guest, David.
Thank you, Jared. I'm going to tell you one other thing I've noticed about your pickup truck reviews is that they don't get many views.
And here to help me with that is this week's special guest, David.
Hey, Jared.
Well, David, what is the definition of a truck?
Well, I will tell you, my friend, according to Webster's, it is a word used to describe and express anger, contempt, or disgust, usually vulgar, to deal with unfairly or harshly, cheat, screw.
David, I said truck, not...
Oh, truck. Oh, I'm
not
sorry,
that
buddy. I'm sorry. Okay. So, a large road vehicle used for moving things from place to place.
Ah, thank you. Come on, David. So it's obvious that the Ridgeline is bigger than, say, just a regular car, and it can move things from place to place, but Honda didn't end there. They wanted the Ridgeline to be different. They didn't want it to be parochial. They wanted it festooned with great originality.
Have you been using my dictionary?
Well, you left it on the seat.
You rapscallion.
Oh.
A good place to show this off is at the rear of the Ridgeline, where Honda spent a lot of their time focusing on how to make the Ridgeline different from any other pickup truck. Despite it having a smaller bed, Honda was able to be creative in other ways.
For example, there are two different ways to open up access to the rear. You can do it the traditional way by pulling this lever, or you can do it Honda's different way, like this.
Oh, well,
what are you doing?
Sorry, buddy, just having a bit of a kip.
And when open, you will have access to this waterproof area, giving you 206 liters of space. And there's also access to your donut. And there's a spare tire back there somewhere too. Coffee, not bad. Now, just when you thought things couldn't get any better, underneath the trunk liner on both the touring model and up, you will have a full audio system that's great for outdoor picnics or tailgating. We'll demonstrate for you. Hey, David, why don't you play something rockin', like AC/DC? Now, due to copyright laws, we can't actually play AC/DC without paying good money for it.
Due to the fact that Hood Slappers don't have good money to pay for it, we haven't done that. So what we're going to do, we're going to get editors to put in some cool music in post-production. Now, one might think with all the focus and attention Honda have given to the truck bed, they might have completely disregarded everything else. But that couldn't be further from the truth.
That's right. And recently, we received a letter that reads the following. Dear Hood Slappers, we used to watch your reviews all the time, and quite frankly, we don't find you funny. And you miss a lot of the most important bits of the car. You hardly ever sit in the back seats of a car, and we are sick and tired of hearing about the cargo space and stuff that nobody cares about. Do better. Love, Mom and Dad.
Ouch. Well, with that in mind, let's check out the rear of the Ridgeline. So what did Honda do different? They reversed the idea of a 60-40 split back seat by allowing you to raise the seats off the ground, allowing access to rear storage. When folded down, the Ridgeline offers ample space for its passengers to sit comfortably.
The name of the game back here is comfort.
Yeah, the space is great. The armrest is big, the cup holders are big. Even Jared looks bigger.
Huh? Oh, it's because I'm sitting on your dictionary.
Oh, and look at these cup holders.
Now, based off the Honda Pilot, I can see why there's so much room back here. And I also like the stadium seating being higher, so I can see better out the front window, but I do wish that that moonroof was a bit bigger, coming back to here, giving more light for the people in the back of the vehicle.
Although that would be nice, Honda does still offer a lot of cool standard features, like your heated front seats and steering wheel, your remote and push start, Honda sensing, wireless charging, and walk-away locks.
Now, the specific vehicle we have here is the Honda Ridgeline Black Edition in white.
White Black Edition?
Yeah, it's a bit of a gray area, but there's an option you can add to make it even more interesting, and that's Honda's HPD.
I got this one, Jerry. HPD is... Yeah, here it is. HPD, histrionic personality disorder. It's characterized by a pattern of excessive attention-seeking behaviors, usually beginning in early adulthood. When did the Ridgeline come out?
Well, 2006.
Well, the age checks out.
I think what HPD stands for is Honda Performance Development, and that package will add things like a new front grille, fender flares, decals around the car, and 18-inch bronze wheels.
Now, one thing that isn't a grey area is Honda's 3.5-litre engine in the Ridgeline.
And this is the same engine Honda's used since it first rolled off the factory line in 2006. But this one now has 280 horsepower, a 9-speed automatic gearbox, and 262 pounds of torque.
Well, let's stop talking about what our viewers already know. Let's go for a drive, talk about the fuel economy, the 24 Tacoma, and also our brilliant idea.
Well, David, here we are in the 2023 Honda Ridgeline, our 5th pickup truck review. What are your first impressions?
I gotta tell you, buddy, I'm a fan so far. I feel tougher, I feel manlier while I'm in here. I feel my testosterone levels are rising.
Oh, sorry, that's your heated seats. I'll put them.
Yeah. Well, you know, I do like my buns toasted.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I like how we have a lot of extra room too. Like, I feel I can, we can relax, so I can even get a nice workout going in here. Ooh.
Oh, what are you exercising your vocabulary?
Oh yeah, buddy, it adds definition.
Oh, okay, right on, right on.
What about you? What do you think?
I think it's a great vehicle. You know, I'm not a pickup truck guy. I've never owned one. I'll probably never buy one. But you know what? This is kind of like a car, kind of like a small SUV, but it just happens to have that little excess room in the back there. If I want to pull something, tow something, I do whatever I want. But I like it. It drives fine. It's comfortable. It's quiet. I like it.
Nice. So how is the fuel economy on this one?
So the fuel economy on this, so in the V6 that we talked about before, fuel economy on this combined, according to Honda, is 11.5 liters per 100 kilometers. It's not the best. It's not terrible. I have a couple things that can help me out with my fuel economy. I have my Econ mode here. I can turn that on and off. I'm going to turn it on now because we're low on gas. And basically my AC is going to be less cold, my heat's going to be less hot, and my RPMs will try and stay as low as possible, and that's going to help with my fuel economy. And also, it has engine start-stop, which I despise. I'm going to turn that off. And viewers, if you can see back there, you're going to see some green on my dash right there, and if I speed up, it goes white. That's kind of like my backseat driver. We don't have an official one, but this is kind of like my backseat driver. Nice. Green is I'm driving good.
Nice. When I press that, I'm going to get some more toasted buns. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Actually, if you do notice the button below that, and this is to our American friends, which doesn't make any sense to me, but on the Ridgeline, as far as I know, they don't have ventilated seats in the US.
I've never experienced that before.
Yeah,
ventilated.
Yeah.
Oh,
ventilated seats.
I'm not going to vent about that. I'm a big fan. I'm elated.
Well, exactly. But this, we got heated and we have ventilated seats on this Ridgeline. So that's good. I don't know why Americans don't get it. It should almost be the opposite. We should only have heated. They should have ventilated. Maybe somebody made a mistake in the boardroom.
So the 2023 Ridgeline, is this still unibody or is it body on frame now?
So this is still unibody. Honda likes that with their Ridgeline. It's a little bit lighter. It's better for handling. It's a little more rigid as well. Rigid. R-I.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's not body on frame. Body on frame, I mean, it's a little bit quieter. You can modify things a bit more. There's more flex in it. But Honda's going to stick with the unibody. They like it.
Nice.
They like it a lot.
I was telling you, I'm glad I did bring this along with me. You know,
yeah?
You know, last week somebody tried to steal my dictionary.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was at a loss for words.
Unbelievable. Crimes these days, eh?
Right. I always keep my thesaurus with me though, because it comes in handy.
Yeah, why's that?
Useful.
Yeah.
Helpful.
See, yeah.
Beneficial.
All right.
Advantageous. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. So with a truck like this, what would be the maintenance cost usually?
Well, it'd be really no more in the sense of what a Pilot would be or anything else in the Honda world. And what Honda has, if you can see it back there, viewers, we have our maintenance minder. So right now I've got 100% oil life. And what this car does, what I like, is there could be 10 people driving the exact same car, and they're not all going to come in for service at the exact same time because 18-year-old Mike drives different than 89-year-old Susan. And 89-year-old Susan will probably come in less for maintenance and such.
Yep.
So the car monitors how you drive. And it'll tell you when to come in and all that for your service, oil change, tire rotation, all that stuff. It's all number coded in the Honda world.
Nice. So you mentioned earlier that the Honda Ridgeline originally came out in 2006.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
How'd all that come about?
Well, Honda, you know what? They like to nest, and they see and they look, and they saw there was a gap in the truck world, a small truck. You had really small trucks, you had really big trucks, but you didn't have that medium-sized truck. So they decided to come out with it, and it was a brilliant idea. And now we have other trucks that are following suit. And Honda, you know, they saw that opening and they took it. Absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant idea. Brilliant ideas, but innovative minds. And speaking of brilliant ideas, didn't you have a brilliant idea that you wanted to share?
David, thank you very much for that. I do have a brilliant idea. And fortunately for everyone's sanity, this truck doesn't have it. But it's a new thing that people are putting into their cars where if I turn off my car, it will give me a reminder. Don't forget your children in the back seat. Did you forget anything in the back seat? I think you should be able to, just like you can customize your screen, you should be able to customize items that you always forget in the back seat. So in my example, my kid always leaves his backpack in the back seat and his water bottle. So if I can customize it, instead of are you forgetting your children in the back seat, I'm not, because I'm not an idiot, but I forget my kid's water bottle or my kid's backpack. And I should be able to put that on the screen so I will never forget.
That is a brilliant idea.
Brilliant idea.
Brilliant idea. And the brilliant idea too is that we have this documented in the video, so when inevitably when somebody steals this brilliant idea, we can say, hey, we were first.
Absolutely. Today's December 2nd, 2023. This is when we're filming it. This is the copyright date.
Yeah.
So don't take it. And if you do, you pay us big bucks.
Can we program it right now to design the patent so we get that down?
No, that's what smart people do.
Oh,
Yeah, not us, unfortunately. I can't even.
Hey, I'm getting smarter. I'm getting smarter every second
notice,
here.
yeah,
Hey?
and stronger.
Yeah, I know. My words are now numerable.
You were in the tease there. Though.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the end.
You know how I like to tease.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. One thing about Honda is, they have this screen. It's not the best screen out there, but what I like about it, and people will disagree, I'm sure, but they've paired up with Garmin, and Garmin does their navigation. And it's one of the easiest navigations to use. You can update it, of course, yearly. I think there's an update every year that Garmin provides that you can download. But absolutely brilliant, easy to use. I like it. I've had one before in one of my cars. And yeah, I don't know, because a lot of manufacturers put their own in there, and they suck.
Yeah.
But Garmin has a good one.
If you want, you can reprogram it with my voice in there too. So I'm going to go, oi, turn right up ahead in 300 yards. Watch out for the roundabout.
Mine is British, and there's a military drive where I live, and I always like that, military drive, so I've changed it.
Nice. So I'm liking the Ridgeline, but are there any other trucks coming out that you're getting buzzed about?
Funny that you mentioned it. We're about to pass one right now.
Ooh.
A Toyota Tacoma.
Ooh.
They've just released images and information about the 2024 Toyota Tacoma.
It's from the future.
Exactly. Now, obviously, we won't be able to get our hands on them because we're not straight pipes, and we'll get it once, everyone else has already seen the reviews. But that's okay. But what they've done, it's a little more chiseled and rugged on the inside than, say, this. This is a little more refined. And the other thing, too, it's got a 4-cylinder engine. So I think Honda's in for going to be an interesting few years where the V6, I know, it's getting, people are sticking their nose up to the V6 a lot these days. Going hybrid, going electric, going smaller engines. So it'll be interesting how the Honda Ridgeline will compete with the brand new Toyota Tacoma.
Nice. How do they compare price-wise?
Price-wise, well, with the 23, I mean, it starts at a very, very low price point. 24 pricing has not been released, at least here in Canada, at the time of this review. But the Ridgeline starts at a higher price than the Tacoma. But like every Toyota, they can give you basically nothing in their cars and give you a very low price. The Ridgeline doesn't really have a base model. The Ridgeline starts a little higher than Tacoma. There's a Ridgeline there. Do we wave? Is there something we got to do?
Do you have to do
Yeah.
show my dictionary?
Yeah. Oh, he looked impressed. So price point, Ridgeline, again, there's no base model. It's the Sport is where it starts, and that starts about $47,500. If you want to go to the top trim that we're in, because we're all about the top trims.
The white, black, gray edition.
That's right,
yeah.
$56,500. So a bit of a spread there, depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, so that compares to the Tacoma, no, to the
Tacoma,
which is,
Tacoma.
what is it, 44.6, I believe it is, for the standard, and it goes all the way up to 57.6.
Yes.
So and also that comes in manual though,
yes,
as well.
which is kind of cool. You can't get that in a Ridgeline, but I always like the manual trucks. I've driven a few of those Tacomas in my life. It's just the coolest thing, right?
One thing I do like as well is the cool, let's get some of that cool beat sound again. Hey, I love that jam. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that down.
That's my jam.
Yeah, well.
Some people have no taste.
Well, is it a truck? It certainly is different. We're just gonna call it the Ridgeline. And while people are arguing back and forth about what this might be or what it might not be, Honda's still gonna build it. And they're gonna build it for those new Honda owners who want something comfortable with the truck bed. And they're gonna produce more trucks for those who already own them and maybe want a new version. Because at the end of it all, Honda knows their Ridgeline drivers. And Ridgeline drivers, they get it. And after today, I can see why. Different is good. So with that, I give the 2023 Honda Ridgeline my hood slap of approval.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you all again next time.
A big thanks to our friends at Cambridge Center Honda for allowing us to use this 2023 Honda Ridgeline. If you want something different, go see them.